can we just chill out for a bit? Because I know everyone is a little bit panicky and got things going on and everyone's trying to do things and look at the crazy shit in the world. But can we just relax? Because I like to think of my videos as a sort of light language transmission. And not like them ones you've seen before of people going you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, well, I don't want it to be like that, but if you think about what light language is, it's just a transmission of energy that hopefully empowers you. That's why we call it light language. And this video I want to share with you today is all about understanding currents of energy. So if you're feeling my vibes, then make sure to subscribe and click all notifications so you don't miss any of my weekly uploads. And while you're there, press that like button. Alright, I'll see you in a sec. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode here on Warriors Amongst Men, Spirit Amongst Flesh, thriving over surviving, needs over wants, the kingdom of heaven over the kingdom of materialism. We're back once again, and as always, my name is Sam and I'm here to help you liberate from your flesh, define your purpose and live the life that you came here to live. And I hope you're giving yourself some time to just chill out. You don't have to be on things 100 miles an hour all the time. And if that's not you anyway and you feel like, oh, maybe I'm just being a bit lazy, it's okay to rest. Rest is a huge part of growth, right? If you look at plants, they rest at night time, well, most of them, and then the next day they're bigger. So it's okay to rest also. But I just want you to really get the energy that I'm bringing across for you today, because today I want to talk to the chosen ones once again. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, those of you who are awake in a world that is very asleep to the reality of the world that we actually live in. And I want to talk about the Demiurge. I want to talk about what the Demiurge doesn't want you to know. When I say Demiurge, if you're new to this, all I'm talking about is the spirit of pure evil. And I can't sit here and explain it all to you in this video, but it's basically dark matter, and how I would break it down sweet and simple for you is, you guys know that visible light is only a tiny band of frequency in regards to the electromagnetic spectrum. It's only 0.005%, and the electromagnetic spectrum is only a tiny frequency band compared with what's out there in the universe. So if you actually look at how humans are basically blind, there's so much happening all around us. Did you know that your brain receives 11 million bits of information per second, but then filters it down into 40 bits of information, and that's what you see as your perception, right? So there's so much going on all around us, but our perceptions are barely aware of anything. So first of all, we have to remember that enlightenment is knowing how much you don't know. But the Demiurge basically represents the dark side of the force. Satan is what religion calls it. The Djinn, the Chittahuri, all different cultures have many different names, but it's all one and the same thing, and it doesn't really matter what you want to call it. But this energy, when we look around at the planet, we see AI emerging everywhere, right? Artificial intelligence, or does that mean Archon invasion? Yeah, I think that's more accurate. And you know, this concept of non-human entities taking over Earth and colonizing the Earth, trying to depopulate and then connect us all, or the survivors, into AI, connect them with robots, basically transhumanism, which is a huge part of the agenda, as you guys know. That is the agenda of the satanic high priests, of the government, or who is behind the government, right? The secret societies, and it goes deeper and deeper, all the way up to the non-human entities that are colonizing this planet. And you might think, well, what about these satanic high priests? Why would they get in on this? Because ultimately they are going to get colonized themselves. They're just slaves. Well, obviously Satanism is all about yourself. It's very selfish. You just want to empower yourself, screw everyone else, and in fact dumb down everyone else, right? And it's a very twisted mindset, and it's through the connection that they establish with the Demiurge that is creating and enhancing their inner psychopath. And this is very well and clearly shown in one of my favourite anime series, Dragon Ball Z, in the Buu saga, Majin Buu saga. And there's a wizard, Babidi, who's like this evil wizard. And he uses dark magic, the Demiurge magic, that's what I'm saying, dark matter. He's using dark magic, and what he's doing is he seeks the evil in people's hearts so that he can exploit it and basically seduce the victim. And in this case, I'm talking about Vegeta when he becomes Majin Vegeta. You can just type that in on YouTube, Majin Vegeta, and it will show you what I'm talking about. He seeks the evil in their hearts and then brings that out in the mindset of the victim so that they do the bidding for them. And obviously you can relate this to many things happening on Earth and why humanity seems to be getting more evil by the day. And when we say evil, just look at the word evil. It's to live in reverse, right? It's the word live backwards. So that's why humanity is becoming more and more backwards, because the dark occultists, the satanic high priests, are bringing in this energy to create more evil in society. Because when society is less moral or immoral, now more rules are inevitably created in that society, hence why we have the government, right? That's the dynamic of slavery. So obviously there is something that they don't want you to know, and I want to share that with you today. And the first thing I want to share with you is that the majority does not rule, right? Many people think that, when everyone else wakes up, then things will get saved. No, you got to take your power back. You can change the entire reality, and this is the mindset you've got to have. The Demiurge doesn't want you to know that basically you are the one that contains the power to defeat it. The power of one, right? I'm talking about the power of one. When one person elevates their consciousness and fully takes their power back, now you become an authority of the earth. And now what happens is, they say, seek and you shall find. So your spiritual awakening path is you going on a journey, right? And where do you end up? Well, where you end up is you're facing your fears and you're literally just walking this path of faith, right? This is what they talk about in all of the religions. And what's going to happen is you're going to come face to face with the Demiurge. Through your experience, I can't tell you exactly how it's going to manifest, but you'll know it when you see it. That's all I can say. And this is what I've been helping people decode in our one-to-one sessions, because I know there are many people that are coming face to face with this, but they don't really know what is happening, right? And so what we have to realize in this situation is that the Demiurge has one weapon that it uses against you, and it is basically disempowerment. It's to make you give your power away. So this is why you see on the news everywhere, and even it's found its way into the alternative media through many controlled opposition sources out there. There's a lot of fear mongering, and don't get me wrong, if you don't know about something, then you can't transcend it. You have to know about stuff so that you can transcend it, right? That's how you use the placebo effect, right? You have to know, and now you can let go, right? You have to understand how reality works in order to empower yourself, right? You need to... Ignorance is not bliss. Awareness is bliss, is my point. But you have to realize that what is fear? Because the enemy doesn't put fear into your mind. No, fear is you reacting to something happening. So now you're taking your power back, because you're realizing that, hang on a minute, people around me do not have power over me. I am the author of my own book. I am the director of the energy in my life. I am the generator of my experiences. I am the operator of my vehicle. The Demiurge doesn't want you to know that it's using your own fears against you. It's not putting fear into your mind. It's not fear-mongering you. It's only reflecting your fears so that you can grow from it. So I'm here to tell you, the chosen ones, to stop playing it safe. Many people are playing it safe at the moment, but I want to remind you that you create your safety, and your safety is what limits you. It's called a comfort zone, right? So many people have created a comfort zone that is limiting them from taking down the Demiurge in their life, because the Demiurge is the energy that you can feel that is suppressing you. It's the energy that you can feel that is making you feel hopeless or hopeful. Either way, you don't want neither. You want to fully take your power back, because all magic happens when you show courage. And you got to remember that life itself is a psychedelic experience, holographically reflecting your evolutionary process. Let me say that again. Life is a psychedelic experience, holographically reflecting your evolutionary process. So what I'm saying is, the mirror that you're looking into right now, called your life, is trying to teach you something. So it's all about how you're learning from this process. So I want to make you aware right now of the signs that you're seeing. Do you keep seeing 777? Do you keep seeing confirmations? Like, maybe you were just thinking about this subject and now someone's made a video on it. And not just today, but you probably get that all the time. Maybe you're thinking about something and then it appears. This is a good sign, it's a good omen, because what it means is you are becoming aware of how you're creating your reality. So these are signs of confirmation that you experience, right? They appear when you are learning your lessons. They appear when you are on the right path, and they appear when you are taking your power back. Those three things. They appear when you are learning your lessons, when you're on the right path, and when you're taking your power back, right? Because alternatively, if you're not on the right path, all you're getting is lessons, because when you suffer enough, then you learn. So the mindset of a warrior amongst men is that I do not lose. I only win, or I learn. And so when you adopt that mindset, now all of your experiences are going to become so magical, and now you're learning from the lessons that life is trying to teach you. That is what it means to be awake. What it means is you're decoding from the holographic psychedelic experience of life. You're learning the lessons it's trying to teach you uniquely, and it's always got to be in alignment with you taking your power back. That's how you know that it's a divine sign and lesson and experience. If you ultimately are raising your frequency out of it, then yes, you know you're on the right path, my friends. So remember that the Demiurge is there to make you hand your power away, because it knows you create, right? You are the creator. This is your home, this is your dimension. So what are you creating, right? And ultimately, when you take your power back, yes, you will come face to face with the Demiurge, but in that process, what you have to do is remind yourself every single minute, every single second, every moment, that I am awake. Right, you are awake. I am awake right now. So I am able to make my own choices. What is it my heart is telling me? Am I governed by fear? Is fear, the fear I'm experiencing, is that real danger? Or maybe it's just me touching my own limitations. Because when you break through your limitations, you realize that they're not that big, and now you're like, shit, what else am I capable of? When you're in that moment of breaking your comfort zone, that's what it means to be awake. That's what it means to be taking the red pill. Are you taking the red pill or the blue pill and going back to sleep and taking it easy? And remember, there's nothing wrong with having a rest, but are you truly awake in your experience, or are you letting life pass you by? Follow your heart, my friends. Let me know what you think of this information that I'm sharing with you today. And have you had any confirmations lately? Let me know in the comment section below. If you'd like a one-to-one session with me, or to join my Patreon, where I've actually just uploaded a new audiobook on how you've got to become a vibrational match to abundance or what you seek. A real spiritual revelation in that 20-minute audiobook. If you want to get a one-to-one session with me or join my Patreon, all the links to my services can be found in the description box below this video. And again, I want to thank you all for your continued love and support. We will take back our home from these invaders and from the demons in our own minds. You have to be the one to take your power back. That's what all the spiritual teachers have been trying to tell you all along. Are you listening? Are you learning? Are you growing? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, thank you for watching. Peace and love, my friends.